Jai Hind cadets, greetings of the day. Today on the behalf of Impact Institute, we will be discussing the chemistry portion that came into the NDA exam. I hope you all are doing well and your exam went well. Let's start with the chemistry portion. Before that, we will be analyzing the paper. Which question come from which topic? So, see over here. These are the number of questions that came to the paper. 3 questions came from matter around us pure, which is the 9th class chapter. 3 questions came from the atoms and molecules, that is again a 9th class chapter, and structure of atom, 3 questions. So 9 questions are coming only from the 9th section. Then number of questions from 10th portion is only 4, if you see, and this is not a 10th portion, this is something beyond 10th. Only 2 questions are coming. So this is the paper pattern and the breakdown of this year's paper. Next, we will be discussing the questions. First question that came is, what is the maximum number of electrons that can occupy the first shell of an atom? If you remember K, L, M and N shells, so you can see 2, 8, 18 and 32 by following the rule 2n square, which was given by Bohr. And for the reference, I have chosen the NCERT part. Here you can see 2, 8, 18 and 32. K shell they have asked. This is a direct question from the NCERT which can easily access. Next question which came is, which of the following has the valency of 3? If you can see the question from here also, 3 valency, or you can follow this page, which is the next page to the NCERT of class 9th. So 3 valency is of this element, then this element, then this element. Options we have are carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and sodium. You will find your answer from nitrogen, so it will be your right answer. So as you can see that questions are coming from purely NCERT. For NDA, you should focus on NCERT first. Next question, which of the following is an example of oxidation reaction? Oxidation is something when oxygen is adding to the compound. First is freezing of water. It is just getting solidified. Nothing else is going on. Second is dissolving of sugar in water. It will make the solution sweet. Third, rusting of iron. The reaction given is iron plus oxygen gives Fe2O3 plus FeO. In general, NCERT they write it Fe3O4 instead of Fe2O3 and FeO. And this is a formula of rust. So this is an example of oxidation reaction. Boiling of petrol, we are just vaporizing it. Liquid to vapors, nothing else is going on. These statements are coming from the NCERT directly. I will show you that. Here you can see this is the portion which they have asked. Dissolving common salt in the water. I have shown you the NCERT also. Instead of dissolving common salt, they said dissolving sugar. If you can check from the next page, this is the question of the same chapter where you can see these rusting of iron and the freezing of water. They have taken the exact statements from the NCERT, nothing else. So the answer to that question was rusting of iron. Next question is, this is a question which you can leave because I do not expect everyone to do this question. Which among the following fertilizer is the source of nitrogen? When we read the chapter from industrial chemistry, there we teach them these formulas. Superphosphate is CaH2PO4 whole twice. Here you can see there is no nitrogen content. Second is potassium sulfate. It is K2SO4. No nitrogen content. So these are not the options. Third is bone meal. What is bone meal? It is basically the bones of animals which are making the meal and we are using them as a fertilizer. They have a ratio of NPK. and their ratio is 3:15:0. It means there is 3 parts of nitrogen, 15 parts of phosphorus, and 0 part of potassium. But if you see, phosphorus is the major content of bone meal. And you can do this question very easily if you see the last option, which is urea, NH2C double bond O NH2. When we read this fertilizer in the ammonium part, then we tell them this is in rich source of nitrogen. You can even do this question just by looking at this option only, by eliminating the other option, and urea is the correct answer for this question. Now, this question for aluminium, they have used the same diagram which we were using earlier. Number of electrons present in aluminium is 13. Here you can see number of electrons is 13. Number of protons present in aluminium is 13, again 13, and number of neutrons is 14. Last option they have used is the valency of aluminium is 2. No, it is 3. And you can also do this here. Aluminium has 13 protons, atomic number is 13. 2, 8, 3. It will be having a valency of 3, not of 2. And they have asked which is for the following is a not correct option. The answer is D. You can clearly see everything is from NCERT. Nothing has changed. Next question. The elemental composition of diamond is. They have asked the question from this page. And if you can see here, this is the structure of diamond. It is composed of only carbon, and that is why they are known as allotropes of carbon. Your answer is pure carbon. Next question they have asked from this physical and chemical change. Again, 9th class NCERT chapter number 2. Which one of the following is an example of chemical change? Here you see sublimation of camphor. It is just solid camphor, solid converts into gas, and the process is known as sublimation. There is only a change of state. It is not a chemical change. It is a physical change. Melting of ice, solid to liquid, ice converts into water. This is again a physical change. Heating of an iron rod, it is just getting red hot. Nothing else is going on. Last option, mixing of NaOH and HCl. When you mix NaOH with HCl, it forms NaCl and water. Here new compound is formed, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. In the acid-base chapter, we read about this reaction, and this is your right answer because new compound is formed, and that is a definition of a chemical change. Which of the following separation technique is used for blood test in diagnostic laboratory? This is an NCERT page. Here you can read used in diagnostics of laboratories from the DNA and for blood and urine test, and the process is known as centrifugation. Pure NCERT, nothing else. Direct question, centrifugation is the right answer for this question. Which one of the following has a polyatomic? This question is something which we have asked in our mock test many times, and every time I asked about phosphorus and sulfur. Phosphorus is tetraatomic, whereas sulfur is polyatomic. Again, NCERT question directly we have been asked, and the right answer is sulfur. We have also provided the answer key to you people on our website. Do check it out. Next question. Which of the following anion has a valency of -3? Let me break down it for you. Nitrate is known as N-3. This is your right answer first of all. Nitrate is NO3 negative. Sulfide is S2 negative. Sulfate is SO2 negative. And you can see this is the only chart which has been used for this. And your answer for this is hidden over here, nitrite. Pure NCERT, class 9th and 10th. And many questions are from class 9th this time. This is not compulsory. Maybe next time it will be from 10th or maybe from other sections. Now, which I was intrigued from the NDA exam is the mass of 0.5 mole of N2 gas is. Here, read this question. Calculate the mass of the following. 0.5 mole of N2 as it is question, and you get the answer 14 gram if you solve it out. 1 mole contains is the mass of the gas, which is 28 gram. Nitrogen is 14 and 2 nitrogen would be 28. They have asked for the half moles. So half moles would be half of this, it would be 14 grams. There is no need to solve anything. You get the answer directly. Next question. I hope you guys have done these questions well because these are very easy questions. This question is directly from class 10th NCERT chapter number 1. They have given a reaction, AgCl breaks down into silver and chlorine, which is given over here, and it is already mentioned sunlight, or even if you remember the diagram, sunlight is mentioned in the diagram and the answer becomes sunlight. This reaction happens in the presence of sunlight. So last question. This is the question which I want to talk about. This is a question which it was difficult for students. I must say that you can leave this question, but we should discuss it now. Which of the following is commonly used as an anti-skinning agent in paints? This is a part from industrial chemistry, first of all. And anti-skinning is something like, have you seen the paint box? The paint gets dry itself. So anti-skinning agent, what it does is, it does not let the paint to dry, so that paint can have its properties for a longer time. The packed box should remain as it is. So let's break down the options. First option is gelatin, which is an animal collagen. And as the name suggests, gelatin, it is used for the gelling purpose of paints. Then second option is N-methyl pyrrolidone. This is used as a solvent and generally used in water-based paints. Those paints which use water for application. Next is pyridine. It is a heterocyclic structure. Nitrogen is here, double bonds are here. Looks like benzene, which has a hetero atom, that is why it is known as hetero. This is also used as a solvent and a precursor to solvents, to make the solvents in paints. Last option is polyhydroxyphenol, which is specifically designed for this property, which is anti-skinning, so that paint does not dry. Now the thing is, when we apply the paint on the wall, the problem is this does not interfere with that. This let the paint to get dry. This does not make it sure that the paint does not get dry by itself for the anti-skinning properties. The right answer is delta. Hope you have understood all the questions. If you have any queries, you can contact us. Thank you and Jai Hind.